Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just gone down into Bitcoin, pick up the CoinsKid cruise. So at the moment I'm on holiday in Dartmouth. You know, if you're wondering where I've gone to, I am away at the moment with the children on holiday in Dartmouth. So, you know, just going to enjoy the time with them as best as you can. So right now, you know, Bitcoin is sort of hovering down here, isn't it? It's not necessarily lost the lows yet. A couple of coins actually have lost the lows. XRP is going for a big retracement, which a lot of people didn't anticipate, but it is retracing at the moment. I will try and get an XRP update out to you as soon as possible, but right now, you know, this is a Bitcoin video. At the moment it's kind of hovering down there, isn't it? And people are getting really bearish, calling for 14k, 10k. I've even seen calls for 7k. Obviously these things can happen, but at the moment you are doing what historically you have done. You know, you're holding support at the moment at that June low, which is an historical data point in the charts right there. And like I've said to you, if you was to lose that low, it could be quite devastating. So let's take a look at the charts and see what's happening for Bitcoin. Okay, so looking at Bitcoin on the daily time frame, at the moment what I see carving out is a potential Adam and Eve bottom. So this is the Adam and this is the Eve that's coming down like this. Okay, so if we start to come up here like this, you can see this is one massive big ascending triangle, W double bottom pattern like this. 1, 2, 3 breakout. That's a massive W double bottom pattern, which is a beautiful reversal pattern. So at the moment we've got a smaller ascending triangle which is starting to form just here for Bitcoin. So there really is some kind of crossroads that's happening. Now a really bearish scenario for me would be if you start to see Bitcoin coming down and closing below this low here and taking out these wicks as support, then for me you're breaking down here, okay, and you are looking at some kind of impulsive, corrective, impulsive move coming down for Bitcoin, which would see you potentially lose them lows, okay. But at the minute we have to look at the structure, and the structure is potentially a huge Adam, a massive Eve that's coming down like this, okay. And if you start to come up like this and break out, for me, I think we could conclude as early as this break here that the bottom is actually in here for Bitcoin on this, you know, this levels that this historical data here told us that they was the lows, okay. And right now, boom, 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 boom. If we start to come up and do something like that and see that structure for Bitcoin, for me, I think we're confirming the bottom, okay, as early as that, okay. And I've not got a crystal ball, but this is the structure we're looking for. So right now, everyone's getting really bearish, but you've not lost a key level of support right now. For me, if you start to see Bitcoin closing below 18,636 on the daily time frame and taking out this support here, you would actually be losing this ascending triangle of support right now, okay, and coming down, doing something like that. For me, yes, you've got a big dump on your hands here for Bitcoin. Has it happened yet? No. So, you know, this is what we do on the channel. We trade the break. So right now, you potentially got a beautiful little ascending triangle within a large one just there that's coiling up on this ascending level support. So one precursor to Bitcoin doing something like this would be if you start to lose this red trend line and start to close below this and do something like that, then this is your last leg of support for Bitcoin before dropping off a cliff, basically. So right now, you know, what am I looking to do? Like I said to you, I'm not going to enter a trade the other week when we had that breakdown because it's so volatile at the moment. So I'm just going to sit back and wait for some kind of structure. So at the moment, what I've actually done, because of the structure that Bitcoin's actually carving out right now, I'm actually long with my stop loss on this wick low. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. On buy bit or bit gets entirely up to you. This could be a fantastic little long opportunity when it was really fearful, because if Bitcoin breaks here, okay, and we start to take out this red trend line, let me get that knob on for you. We need to get as many points of contact. So that's 1, 2. Okay, if we start to come up and we break here and we break this level of resistance and this red trend line, the sloping trend line just there, let me change the color of that so I can understand. So you can understand what I'm talking about. It's just there. If we break that orange trend line, for me, there's no question. You're looking extremely good here. You know, as early as that, we could say that potentially the bottom is in. You know, and I want to jump up and down and tell you the bottom is in, but we need to see the structure. So right now, we are coming back. Okay, we are retracing. But one thing I'm looking at is not necessarily Bitcoin. It's altcoins. Okay, there's certain altcoins that look like they're breaking out and retracing to their weekly 55 EMA. So, you know, that is a kind of looking glass. Equally, as I've said to you before, you know, these are your levels of resistance. Come to your charts, get your trend line points of contact, because one thing you could do, instead of being a degen like me and building long positions here with your stop loss on this wick low, is you could wait for one thing, either to go short or long, okay? You could wait for the breakdown to go short, or you could wait for the breakout to go long. You understand? So me right now, I always try and find the minimal risk trades. So for me, I'm actually building long positions here with my stop loss on 18,232, okay? And if I get stopped out, it comes down, I lose a bit of money, it is what it is. So I'm not necessarily looking to short this support, okay? Because that's what I've always said to you. you, you don't go short of support. You go short if you lose support, okay? And you do primarily go long if you break resistance. But right now, what I'm looking to do to minimize my risk, okay, and try and get the optimal entry point is go long on this trend line, okay, with some beautiful little touches down there, with my stop loss down here on 18,232. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. It is what it is. But I'm trying to find a minimal risk and optimal entry point for you right now. So there is one chart I've been trying to keep you updated with that personally, if we take a look at this on the weekly, like I said to you, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. Look at the big gaps in the EMAs, okay? This is unprecedented for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does something like this, like I said to you, it's really unprecedented because on a downtrend, you don't usually see that, you know, with continuation. You do usually see retracement, 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 and you see it carve out the bottom like that down here. It's not bullshit, it's not hopium, it is what it is, it's structure, and this is the structure we're looking for. So if Bitcoin breaks down here, this is actually unprecedented. Bitcoin's doing something it's never done before. Okay, so we need to pay attention to that going forward. Is it doing it yet? Who knows? You know, no one's got a crystal ball. People are telling you that it is with an absolute certainty going to do that, or people are telling you that's going to do that with an absolute certainty. You know, we trade the ranges here and we try and find the optimal entry point. So right now, this is your bottom. You're retracing to the 10 EMA. You're coming back to a high level support, coiling up, looking to break the 10 and get above it to the 20. Now, the opposite of this, like I said to you, the inverse correlation at the moment, this is what it looks like it wants to do, but is it going to do it? Who knows? But the inverse correlation of that is the DXY. Like I said to you, I think personally, you know, from a technical standpoint, Bitcoin's overextended. You've not necessarily backtested the 20 EMA since way back there, which was in April. Okay, bit overextended. Usually you retrace to the 20, confirmation of resistance before, you know, coming down. So for me, I think that this is looking for a retracement to the 20 to confirm the resistance as a continuation of a downtrend, or it's just going to structurally carve out the bottom. That's the other scenario. So the inverse correlation to that is the DXY. If we take a look at the DXY, like I said to you, you really overextended here. You potentially got some rising channel. You got your points of contact. Usually see 3 points of contact before you break down and retest the other point of contact. You see that? So you got 3 points of contact at the top, and we're potentially looking for 3 points of contact at the bottom. So right now, because of the overextension, I do think that potentially what we've got on the hourly time frame right here for show you is a retracement here that the DXY is going through, which is an inverse correlation to Bitcoin. So you can see this particular retracement just there, this high, you came all the way down, made this low, and you retraced all the way into 786. So right now this thing looks as though it's potentially carving out a retracement coming down to this green line, which is its weekly 20 EMA. So inversely correlated to this retracement to the weekly 20 EMA is Bitcoin in its retracement to its weekly 20 EMA as resistance. This is looking for support. Bitcoin's looking for resistance. Now, it's not just Bitcoin I'm seeing that, it's altcoins. So many altcoins are actually breaking out and front running Bitcoin, which is what you usually see at the bottom anyway. So again, no guarantees, but you know, everyone's getting really, really fearful, but actually it could be the optimal entry point with a really nice tight stop loss down there. Like what I said to you, you know, this is all tradable on BitGet, amazing sign up bonuses, and obviously Bybit, amazing sign up bonuses. Take advantage when others are really fearful. There is a big break coming, like I said to you. If we take a look at the Bitcoin chart right now, we are sort of leading towards some kind of apex, aren't we, on the daily time frame just there. You can see we're getting really, really close. And like I've always said to you, compression leads to expansion. Right now, potentially, you know, if this thing carves out this structure and ascending support like this, you are going to see some kind of big break leading roughly around about the 26th of October. If it breaks and loses support, you've got to go short. If it breaks and holds resistance as support, you've got to go long, basically, you know, and that's that big, massive ascending triangle like that structurally we're looking to carve out. Break this red trend line. If you break that, for me, you're confirming your bottom's in right there for crypto, okay? Hope you enjoyed that update and hope, you know, you understand what I'm talking about. It's not hoping, it's not bullshit, it's technical analysis, support and resistance. Take care, everyone. Back to another update on Bitcoin. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye-bye.